Gallagher is finally here after some time, and I don't know about you, but he was my most awaited character from Penacony alongside Sunday. Gallagher is the character from the fire element who follows the path of abundance, and it's focused not just on healing, but also on helping your team and himself on dealing more damage. In this video, I will talk about everything you need to know about Gallagher, how he works, how to build him, who is good with him, so just before the video starts, don't forget to leave your like and your sub, especially if you like Gallagher just like me. 97% of you are not subscribed, and that will help me a lot with my motivation. I can assure you all that I will try my hardest to provide the best guide I can for you to not sleep on Gallagher. Once again, I'm sorry, I'm sick and you may notice it by my voice. I hope I don't lose my voice throughout the week because, as I said on my community post, I have a lot of videos that I need to prepare for you guys. Without any furthers, all my links are in the description for those who are curious, and for those who want to support me even more, you can always become a member. Let's now explain Gallagher's kit. Gallagher is a 4-star fire character that follows the path of abundance, and it's focused on dealing some damage and helping your team with more damage, while also healing everyone. On his basic attack, Corkage Fee, Gallagher will deal fire damage equal to a percentage of his attack to a single target enemy, and on his enhanced basic attack, Nectar Blitz, Gallagher will deal fire damage equal to a bigger percentage of his attack to a single target enemy and reduces the same target's attack by a percentage lasting for 2 turns. When you use his skill, Special Brew, Gallagher immediately heals a target ally for a flat amount of HP, meaning his heals only scale with his outgoing healing and not other stat like other abundance characters. On his ultimate, Champagne Etiquette, Gallagher inflicts something called Besotted on all enemies, lasting for 2 turns. At the same time, deals fire damage equal to a percentage of his attack to all enemies, and enhances this unit's next basic attack. On his talent, Tipsy Tussle, the Besotted state increases the break damage that the target received by 12%. Every time a Besotted target is attacked by an ally, the attacker's HP gets restored by a flat amount. And for last, on his technique, Artisan Elixir immediately attacks the enemy, upon entering battle, inflicts Besotted on all enemies, lasting for 2 turns, and deals fire damage equal to 50% of Gallagher's attack to all enemies. Now that we know how Gallagher kit works, it's now time to talk about his traces and priorities to level up. On his minor traces, Gallagher will get 28% effect res, 13.3% break effect, and 12% HP. On his first major trace, Novel Concussion, Gallagher outgoing healing is increased by an amount equal to 50% of break effect, up to a maximum outgoing healing increase of 75%. This trace basically turns your Gallagher into the first healer that scales only with break effect, and that's why on his minor traces he gets some break effect. On his second major trace, Organic East, after using the ultimate, immediately advances forward Gallagher action by 100%. So, after you use your ultimate, you will play again. And for last, on his third major trace, Bottoms Up, when Gallagher uses an enhanced basic attack to attack Besotted enemies, the HP restore effect of his talent will also apply to other allies for this time. For his trace priorities, you should focus on your talent first, because it will be the font of healing you will be providing the most, then focus on your skill, and for last, his normal attack and ultimate at the same time. Now, let's talk about Gallagher Eidolons, because probably you got some of them trying to get Acheron or Luocha, or you are going to pick him on the future event. With his E1, when Gallagher enters the battle, regenerates 20 energy and increases effect res by 50%. On his E2, when using the skill, removes 1 debuff from the target ally. At the same time, increases their effect res by 30%, lasting for 2 turns. His E3 increases the level of his basic attack by 1, and the level of his skill by 2. His E4 extends the duration of the Besotted state inflicted by Gallagher's ultimate by 1 turn, his E5 increases the level of the ultimate and talent by 2, and his E6 increases Gallagher's break effect by 20% and weakness break efficiency by 20%. Now, let's talk about the best relics and planetary ornament sets you could get to make your Gallagher shine. Gallagher doesn't have a best in slot relic set, so it will mostly depend on what you want to farm or the sets that you have better substats. Thief of Shooting Meteor can be a good option for Gallagher. On the 2-piece, your break effect will be increased by 16%, and on the 4-piece, increases the wearer's break effect by an extra 16%. After the wearer inflicts weakness break on an enemy, regenerates 3 energy. This set is good for 3 reasons, thanks to his talent, Break Effect will not only help you with heals, but also with your weakness break damage. And the last reason why I believe this set is one of the best options is due to its energy regeneration, but something worth mentioning is that it will only work when Gallagher is the one breaking toughness bar. Passerby of Wandering Cloud is a good and reliable set for Gallagher in general. On the 2-piece, your outgoing healing will be increased by 10%, and thanks to its 4-piece, you will regenerate 1 skill point at the start of the battle. If you wish to buff your enhanced basic attack even more, Musketeer of Wild Wheat is a good option as well. On a 2-piece, your attack is increased by 12%, and on a 4-piece, the wearer's speed is increased by 6% and the basic attack damage increased by 10%. If you are one of those giga shads like me who wanna turn him as a DPS, Pioneer Diver of Dead Waters is your way to go, since the 2-piece increases damage dealt with enemies with debuffs by 12%, the 4-piece increases crit rate by 4, and 8 or 12% increased crit damage to enemies with at least 2 or 3 debuffs. And after inflicting a debuff, these stats are double for 1 turn. Since your Gallagher applies an attack debuff when using his enhanced normal attack, it will be no problem proccing the double stats. And for last, you can always mix and match 2 pieces between the sets that suit more your goals for Gallagher, and those sets can be between the sets that provide HP %, defense %, speed, break effect, attack %, and healing bonus. But if you are looking for the best heals possible, 2-piece break effect and 2-piece outgoing healing bonus will be our best combo. And for Planar Ornaments, you ask, he doesn't have a best in slot as well. So here are some of my suggestions. If you wish to increase even more your break effect, Talia, Kingdom of Bandrit will be a good choice, which increases the wearer's break effect by 16%, and when the wearer's speed reaches 145 or higher, the wearer's break effect increases by an extra 20%. This will give you a total of 36% break effect if you manage to reach at least 145 speed. If you want to try some energy regeneration, Von Walk can be a good option because it increases the wearer's energy regeneration rate by 5%. And when the wearer's speed reaches 120 or higher, the wearer's action is advanced forward by 40% immediately upon entering battle, helping you getting your ultimate faster when you enter battle. If you pretend to use Gallagher in a team with a DPS that like crits, Broken Kill is a good option because it will also help your Gallagher resisting debuffs. It will increase the wearer's effect res by 10%, and when the wearer's effect res is at 30% or higher, or allies crit damage increases by 10%. Fleet of the Aegis is a good solid option for everyone, because it increases the wearer's max HP by 12%, helping with survivability, and when the wearer's speed reaches 120 or higher, all allies attack increases by 8%, helping your team with an attack buff. Now that you know what set to farm, let's now talk about the best sets that you will want to look for. For the chest, outgoing healing if you are looking for better heals, attack % if you want more damage, HP or defense % if you want more survivability, and crits if you are trying a meme DPS build. It will mainly depend on your focus, but I think outgoing healing will be the best option normally. For the boots, speed should always be your focus. For the sphere, HP or defense % if you want more survivability, or attack or fire damage if you want more damage. And for the rope, break effect or energy regeneration. For the substats, if you want a solid healer build, you should focus on speed, break effect, effect res, HP % or defense. But if you want a DPS build, focus on crits, attack, speed and break effect. Just an observation, if you want to make full use of your Ascension Trace, you will want Gallagher to have at least 150 break effect. For Gallagher Lightcones, I believe his overall best Lightcone is also his best F2P Lightcone. What is real? This Lightcone increases the wearer's break effect by a percentage, and after using basic attack, restores HP for the wearer by an amount equal to a percentage of max HP plus a flat amount. This Lightcone, besides being technically his signature, it's also the best overall Lightcone for both healing and damage in my opinion. Of course, you have better from some specific niche team comps, but the fact that you can superimpose this with time and grind on the MOC makes it also the best F2P Lightcone. If you want to have the best DPS Gallagher, Echoes of the Coffin will be your best pick, since it increases the wearer's attack by a lot, and after the wearer uses an attack, for each different enemy target that it hits, regenerates some energy. Each attack can regenerate energy up to 3 times this way. After the wearer uses their ultimate, all allies gain speed for 1 turn. With this Lightcone, you will not only get more attack, but also more ultimates, leading to more enhanced basic attacks. Another good Lightcone for Gallagher is Woo signature Night of Fright, since it will be providing you energy regeneration and healings on your ultimate for your lowest character in your team, as well as a good as attack buff for all allies healed. Other Lightcones like Post Op for more ultimates or Perfect Timing for stronger heals and effect res are also pretty solid. And for last, if you wanna spam basic attack the max you can, multiplication is an amazing option for you, since it will be advancing your action by a percentage every time you use a basic attack. For Gallagher teams, you will most likely end up always having a place in your teams as a healer with some sub DPS capabilities, and since he can apply some debuffs, he can also fit in teams where other sustainers can't. So here are some suggestions. For a Gallagher team, pair him with Kafka, a character, and Ron May. For a Dr. Ratio team, pair him with Dr. Ratio, Topaz, and Tingyun or Ron May. For a Mono Pyro team, pair him with Imeko, Topaz, and Asta. For an Acheron team, pair him with Acheron, Pella, and Silverwolf. And for a Meme Hypercara Gallagher, pair him with Sparkle or Tingyun, Ron May, and a Sustainer or another buffer or debuffer. Like I said, Gallagher will have a lot of team options, and it will always be a solid in the healer role. So, if you have any team that differentiates from these ones, feel free to leave it on the comments for us to give it a look. So, what's your opinion about Gallagher? Is it good to have a healer with some sub DPS capabilities? In my opinion, it's cool to have someone so badass as him dealing good break damage while healing my team. But you, what do you think about him? I hope with this video you are now able to understand how he works and how you should build him properly. Share this video with everyone you know that got him or it's not giving him the proper value he needs. 97% of you are not subscribed, so please, it just takes some seconds of your life and that way you will be able to enjoy any future content I post. Special thanks to my members for trying to support me like always. And thank you so much for keeping me company. I'm going to drink some sodas with Gallagher to see if my throat gets better. So, if you excuse me, see you on my next video. Stay safe everyone. Yeah.